Hey, what's up, guys? I'm gonna try to play some Grixis Death Shadow today. A little bit of a breakup from my usual types of decks that I usually play. It's definitely a hard deck to pilot, and definitely just trying to learn it and get better with it. I'll go ahead and quickly kind of show you the deck. I did a small deck profile thing a couple days ago. Not much has changed, and yeah. Been practicing with this deck. I think it's an important deck to kind of test your skill as a player. It's I'd say it's one of the more difficult decks to play outside of just a straight combo deck. Namely because it is a mid-range, but because I think that what's hardest thing to do with this deck is to know when to close out a game and when to try to prolong a game. Because the deck can go kind of either way. It can prolong a game, or you can kind of try to close it out really quickly. It's also hard to pilot because of that shadow himself. You really have to kind of keep in mind your total health total. It's very important in controlling that. In in historic, I would say it's a lot harder to get him out early game. In modern, it's a lot quicker of a format. You have a bunch of fetch lands and shock lands. You can fetch and shock, and then thought seas that would bring you down to five. A health or down to five by five health. So you should be able to play a Death Shadow the turn after that if you wanted to get something on board. Here, uh, the deck is a lot. You apply a lot less pressure per se, mainly because you don't really have ways to kind of quickly get out Death Shadow, and you also don't have like a Ragavan or um, some form of quick one drop to kind of apply pressure early game. You do have Dragon Rage Chandler, which is great, but outside of that, you don't have anything else. You end up kind of playing this deck kind of a more of a control deck sometimes, and then the games sometimes do drag out from what I've played. So it's definitely a harder deck to pilot in historic because of those decisions you gotta make, and the enchantments and the artifacts in historic are a lot less weaker. If we had like Mish's Bauble and we had Dress Down in here, this deck would definitely be like a tier one sort of deck. Even without Ragavans, it'd be very strong, very efficient. Or you've had like lightning bolts and stuff like that. But that would obviously, warp the format quite a bit. The cool thing about this deck still is it still functions. You still have a lot of the cards from Modern Horizon, which is kind of cool. Um, your mana base kind of sucks more. So there's sometimes you'll have like awkward color combinations and stuff like that, but it can kind of still work. You still have like expressive, drown, very powerful cards, and you got Unholy Heats, Dragon Rage, and the other rest of the package here, and obviously lower sister companion. So you're still a good value oriented deck. You're still able to close out game, stuff like that. Um, Obviously, your life total is very important. I'm still learning how to play with Death Shadow efficiently, because if you can get him to be really big numbers, but you might just die to a single attack or something like that. And that happened to me quite a few times where I'll have like Death Shadow as an 8/8 or like even a 10/10, and I'll just die to a attack that I couldn't block or something. So that's where I'm struggling as a player, and it reflects in my ranking right now, because I did try to play a bit of a hybrid deck between this deck and my Nicobolus deck, like a hybrid. That didn't work too well, so I was losing a little bit of rank. So I think I'm like Plat 2 right now. Not the hugest deal. Like I don't really care. I would have liked to climb to Diamond, and there's still a possibility that I will. I mean, I don't know if I can do it with this particular deck, but I want to try to maybe win a couple of games here and there, see how this deck would do in Platinum, and the fact that I'm just practicing, and I think it's good practice, especially if you play Modern. This deck is everywhere. You have to know how to play against it, and you have to know how the pilots are piloting the deck and what their thought process is, and the choices they make. Um, like if you look at a lot of a lot of lists on online formats. A lot of the Grixis Death Shadow deck, they all kind of look very similar. They look maybe 1 or 2 cards apart. And so just kind of understanding how those cards in that kind of deck pilots and well, what turn to expect what, pretty important here. Um, the one thing I would like for this deck to do is, like I said, like to have kind of a Ragavan to kind of run amok in the first couple turns of the game, just to apply a bit of pressure, kind of put your opponent at a somewhat of a clock. And the only card I think that can potentially do that would be BO1, which I don't have any copies right now. I do eventually maybe want to try this card out. I think this might be a somewhat suitable replacement for Ragavan. It kind of does the same thing. You attack, you exile a card from your own deck, not their deck. It doesn't ramp you, unfortunately, but the cool thing about it is that this deck does, you do empty your hand pretty quickly, and so with this card you might be able to just activate its ability and kind of replenish your hand if you need to, if you're in a bad spot. The other thing it serves is that it acts as 2 different types, both a creature and artifact, so that's also something cool for this particular deck. Especially if you're playing Darcy and the Unholy Heat, you might want this kind of card to enable Delirium a little bit more consistently and more quickly. So something to think about, and I think I will try it out when I do have some wild cards. I'll craft some to play. I currently spent all my wild cards on making Death Shadow itself, so I don't really have any wild cards left to craft this, but when I do, I'll try them out. Cards I might take out for him, as I mentioned, the deck profile might be something like the Lanterns, or maybe less removal, stuff like that. And by playing BO1, since you can apply pressure early in the game, you can maybe even play more Scourge. I like Scourge, but there's quite a lot of white decks in the format right now that are just healing up a ton. Like they'll be at like 22 life, 23 life. There's no way you're really dropping Sky Surge at all during the early stages of the game. Also, in my particular deck, I'm not running any sort of direct damage spells outside of Kolaghan's command. So I'm relying on like Darcy and Death Shadow to deal damage before I can drop Scourge, which is kind of slow. And so I don't think Scourge is really that great, at least in this particular build of the deck. If you do want to play more copies of Scourge, I definitely recommend having like shocks or some way of dealing damage to your opponent, and that way you can kind of drop the Scourge and apply pressure with him. Outside of that, he's kind of a filler card for me right now. I don't know what to put in right now, because I do want to play more creatures. It's a little light on creatures. You have 11 creatures here, so I think you do want to play about maybe 12 to 14 creatures just to have something to play to apply pressure, because this deck kind of falls apart if you don't apply pressure in the early stages of the game, because that's where this deck does really well. It does really well in the beginning stages of the game. You apply a lot of pressure, get a lot of value, and then kind of snowball from there. But if you can't get the you can't pedal the deck or get it to start going, then it's a little difficult to close out the game if you let the game kind of drag on. Overall, I've been playing it both on rank and on unrank, and so far with this build deck, I think I've liked it. I've lost a couple of games, but I've won quite a few games, almost on like turn 2 or 3 sometimes. It's kind of weird how this deck is. You either play the game the entire time and just get snowballed, or you snowball really early and win from there. So I'm just gonna showcase the deck. I don't think too many people are playing this type of deck in Historic at all, because it is a lot weaker than its modern counterpart, for sure. And it's more punishing too to play. You're better off playing like I mentioned, the Rakdos deck. The Rakdos deck is more forgiving. You can, don't have to worry about your life as much, and you generate a lot of value with Dreadhorde, Alchemist, and stuff like that. Where this deck, it's cool because you have interaction, but you're weaker in the sense that you don't have that kind of weird hand, but I guess I'll keep here. Yeah, you don't have that early pressure as much. Okay, we could lantern. I might just cycle the lantern here. Okay. I should have expected that. Definitely. I want to steam vent probably and unholy heat it just in case this has another counter spell or something. Next turn, I'll try to expressive liberation. Maybe even lantern right now to draw a card. Okay, he's trapped on lands, which is nice. Definitely, then I'm gonna go ahead and just draw a card then. Try to get Delirium up as quickly as possible, even though I don't really technically have anything. If I can draw a Thoughtseize or something, that would be great. Okay, Inquisition's great. I don't know if I want to go Inquisition to see his hand first or Expressive to maybe get a land. It might get Counterspell, but I think that's a risk I'm willing to take here. Okay. Definitely want to play the Chandler probably and have Fatal Push up. And then just play a spell from I have enough lands. So I don't think I need the island. Yeah, so I'm gonna add this to hand. Put the island back. Play this. Next turn, if we can get Fatal Push and Inquisition up, that would be great. If it didn't, if it counters it, that's fine. Here, I might want to go ahead and shock. I'm gonna try this. If he wants to do a counterspell war, I think I'll be okay with that. I can maybe counter this right now. So that way he doesn't have a chance to get any spirits up. Kind of an awkward situation, but next turn I might try to Croxa. What's the most annoying? I can deal with this. Probably take the Brazen Bar over here. Okay. Play it slow. Let's get the Crocs out. Bring the Crocs out next turn. So I have a pretty good control of the game right now, I think. Let's see what if he activates the spirit, I'll Fatal Push it. Let's just go ahead and shoot this right now. I think I'm okay to Croxa here. I can probably get rid of Chandler. Let's try to keep as many. So I'm gonna have instances anyway, so I think these 5 would be good. He might be able to flash in something. Ah, okay, so he got rid of that. Didn't expect another Brazen Borrower. Two have lures. Hmm. I can just wait for his turn and then try to shoot the Supreme, counter that. I don't think I have to do anything right now. I think I want to preserve my health. I am afraid to die into Brazen Borrower, though. It puts me on a clock. Hmm. I think I could take these two. That's fine. I'm going to have to counterspell the Brazen here. But I still might die. Ah, he drew that. Okay, so I think I'm dead regardless. Ah, close, close. Oh well. Yeah, the fact that he hit the he had another Brazen in hand for the Crux really hurt. Put me back a turn there. I guess I could have waited, but I could have waited another turn or so. Maybe just add lures to hand instead of trying to cast Croxa and then have Drowning up. But I got a little greedy there. I didn't think he would be able to counter the I wasn't too afraid of his counter spell, but should have been more careful with the Brazen Borrower. Alright, sure. Let me keep this hand. I think we'll go with Dragon Rage Chandler right now. Crap. I kind of hate Mac to play this. I'll delete that. what he does with this. Oh, yes, so good. Do you have a fourth copy? Uh, oh, maybe I should have saved that. I could draw this. I almost have almost delirium, but I'm just am missing. Oh, I should have shot that thing before it came in. God makes a token. I think I fucked up. Yep. Yeah, yeah. And I'm unfortunately not drawing any lands either. Let's try to cycle this. Oh, no. Holy shit. I probably could have waited. Now I have delirium. I think I could have waited so I can block. Yeah, I misplayed there. I should have just waited. I did want to draw a land, but I think that was as important. I think we hit this first. So when this thing dies, it doesn't make another token. But we do take shots from this thing, though. Ah, forgot about that. Oh, did I not? Did I skip my blocker? Oh shit. Yeah, I misclicked there. Didn't hit the blocker because it'll block this. Ah, crap. Anyways, I misplayed heavily against the mono red there. I think a couple of times I should have waited to activate stuff rather than be more reactive than proactive, but I was trying to get Chandler up. But that didn't work too well. That's fine. The cool thing about the deck is you can play with just like 2 or 3 lands. That's what I like, since you have such a low mana curve. I think I'm okay with taking a couple hits here. I'm just gonna probably cast Consider. Maybe not with this thing. I might kill that. I'm more worried about this. If he hits me with the mat, will put me closer to Death Shadow's range. Might consider Foothill to cycle. Maybe counter if I need to. Sure. Let's consider first. Yeah, that's a good card to draw. Cycle this, draw another card. I don't know if I want to drop both of them yet. I don't think I do. I don't think I want to let him know I have a second shadow. And I can use Drown to protect it in case. It has two. If he does another one, I'll counter it. Oh, okay. Double unholy heat, sure. Okay. We're up on cards, kinda. Bird might be an issue though. I think it has haste, does it? Yeah. Just have a lot of power on board. Let's grab probably a red. Let's see what this brings us here. Nothing too great. I don't know if I'll survive this. Do something like this. It's not a cheap removal spell, unfortunately. I do have another blocker I can block with. I don't know if shooting Pyromancer is good enough. Alright, I think I can YOLO it here. Oh, nah, he's got it. I missed the red land. If I got a red land, I would have Chandler. So I have double blocker. Uh, the other the other theory here was to try to Colligan's command, but that would have been a little too slow, perhaps. All right, so that's not the greatest start so far, but that's quite fine. I expect this deck is pretty hard to play, and being new at it, I'm gonna be losing a lot. Played against other aggro decks so far. Really want to play against some like more mid-range control style decks. This is fine. We haven't got a chance to go first either. Going first with this deck is gonna be pretty good, but it's okay. Let's get another aggro deck. So I got either Unholy Heat or Consider, depending on the situation. Okay, so I think Heat's gonna be good here. I'm just gonna use this for now. Probably gonna need a land, I would say. I could keep Chandler and just draw it. And expressive and hopefully draw a land. Oh my god. That's horrible. Well, I'll probably add this. Put this back and exile the dot C's. So we're both stuck on lands. I could clock him with the shadow, I think. A little bit quicker than he can. If it hits me twice, I can double shadow. Yeah, if he's gonna try to race me, I think he'll lose here. I think we're gonna try to race him here. Let's see what we draw. That. That. He's gonna have to block. Drop my shadow. Don't see the need to ping myself. The shadow's gonna be big next turn anyways. I mean, I'll deal enough damage to him. I think that's lethal if it doesn't do anything here. I can't see him outing this board. Alright, at least we won something. I do want to get good at playing this deck and maybe adding a couple of cards and see how it is. I think it is gonna be one of those frustrating decks to play, but I think it's a fun deck. It's every game is a little different on how you approach certain things. There's definitely an awkward hand. I'm gonna try to get in damage early. Uh, it's awkward. Well, I'm not gonna see anyways because I am gonna crack the Fable. I did want to crack it for this, but at this point, I guess just gonna have to fetch the island then for the expressive. Let's keep that. I think I am gonna put this into my hand. Give me the shadow, yeah. Let's go ahead and try to shoot this first. What we heat. I think we're gonna need that to remove some stuff next turn anyways. It's fine to keep. It's playing Merfolk, as long as we have removal and interaction, I think we'll be fine. We have 3. I think if I get a creature in your Croxa next turn, I'll have Delirium up. If he's stuck on land, I think he loses here. Awkward thing is, I don't think I can get rid of her yet. Because I am missing another source of red, so I can't quite. Oh, how about we try this first? Maybe we'll be able to get rid of her this turn. Okay, that will work. Let's get rid of this. I think if he tries to cast that, oops, I'm going to heat it. The turn after. He's probably gonna cast Collective Company. I don't see why he wouldn't. Or I just cast this. I don't think he would make another copy. I think he's gonna unhold it for sure. I think Drown would be good here. So what I'm afraid of is if I wait for him, he's gonna play that land past turn. Really. He's playing it as a surprised he didn't just do that. Trickster. Big deal. Because I have to do that. Death Shadow. I can't play Death Shadow yet. Still too high of a health to play, make use of him. It's good for us. Yeah, Drown and Lock is super powerful. Now I think I can just keep swinging in. I don't think he has any man lands. Top deck in their collective company. Yeah. He top deck, but we also were top pretty good at better at top decking, I guess. So yeah, that's the one thing I like about Grixis over playing just Rakdos, because you have interaction like that. You can stop Cocos and stuff like that. I think Rakdos is way more forgiving in terms of mana, and just the way it's playing. Alright, well, this is the first time I actually drew any real discard fodder here, so yeah, let's kick the game off. If I can draw Death Shadow, this would definitely be a perfect hand. Start up with Inquisition first. We definitely want to get rid of that later. Uh, let's get rid of it for now. See what he draws. I can double Thoughtseize and get rid of all of his cards, and then Chandler after. That way he has nothing to play, I guess. We'll just top deck better than him because he kept land full of hand and no interaction. Okay, well, there you go. Yeah, just hand discard disruption is really good, especially we can top deck slightly a little bit better. I mean, there's an argument to play maybe a third copy of the Inquisition in the main deck, just to do stuff like that. But for now, I don't think I need it yet. I just have it in the side deck. It's kind of a greedy keep. We do have Aether Bomb and Expressive. One land here would be good. We can do Aether Bomb, draw another card if we need to. It's a really slow card, but oh, it enables that. We don't need to really express. Really slow hand, but that's fine. Okay. We might be fucked here. We can draw a black source. This be great. Cool. Did draw a black source. We'll save it for later. Let's just go ahead and Inquisition first. Let's get back to Seed Game here. It is a combo deck, so we're gonna be careful. Shit. Uh, Not that good. Let's just exile this. I might need to Thought Seize and have Drown up next turn. We'll see. He does have quite a lot of mana. I need another black source, so I'll grab some of this. If we draw another land, we'll be pretty good. Alright, pretty decent. Let's just shock it. I think I'm gonna do a couple of things here. I think I can take that. So he doesn't Thought Seize me. Oh, you know what? I can't just quite yet. So I need to do this. Let's kill this. And then I can negate it. Oh, it's a 3-mana card. Uh, yeah, let's just let me resolve it. No, it's 3 mana and not just the 2. I don't know if I don't know if I want to allow him to rip my. That's fine. I'll let him choose. Ooh, okay. Alright, well, I don't know. I guess I assume he has just a bunch of lands or something. My thought sees would rip another card from him. Alright, so we were doing okay there. We kept a really greedy hand with 1 land and we survived and still won against a combo deck. So, you know, feeling okay here. Like my decision making in this deck definitely for sure needs work. But we are pulling off some pretty cool wins. Yeah, I'll keep this. I think we'll shock the Blood Creep here. Probably just Foot Crater and or maybe Unholy Heat if we need to. It rarely comes up. This thing rarely comes up. It's cool to have just in case. I think I'll do this and grab a blue source, I think. It's greedy too. Look at shock herself. And just Croxa now. YOLO. Let's do something with my mana here. So we can for sure probably get 3 and get Delirium up. Okay, he's playing that. Can he Adonable me next turn? That's the question. I think I'm gonna leave up interaction. I don't want to risk missing a land with expressive, because then he'll just lose. We'll lose immediately here. Oh shit! I should have tracked the land. Fuck. Alright, well now I guess I'm stuck doing this now. I think I grabbed Inquisition. Don't need Chandler quite yet. Grab this. This way I can have a land active. So I can do this, see what's in his hand, and then crack the Fable when I need to. To push or to do that. There's the god. Let's grab. Let's grab this. Go for a red source. I can expressive. Because I'm afraid of I can expressive, hopefully have another Joner Blue land. Without Joner Blue land, I'm not gonna have to counter spell it for how big is this guy right now? It's not that big yet. I think I do want to play Death Shadow and have Drown up. I think that's all we're gonna do. I think I got a counter here. Yeah. Oh crap. How does this work? I forgot if this actually works against Adonable. instances. Okay. Guess it didn't work the way I thought it was gonna work. Yeah, this is good. Fortunately, I don't have another blue source. Kind of sucks. I don't know if I'm gonna play Aether Bomb because that will give it away, but if I can, I might as well. Oh shit! Oh my god, I just meant to end the turn. Oh, oh. Of course that would happen. I was trying to end the turn, not, you know, enter combat. Of course it would happen. Man, I just... That's tilting. Okay. Would have been in such a good shape, too. It's really unfortunate how that played out. Oh, man. I would have, probably just popped that thing and attack, but... We'll just cast it again. Maybe I should have just lures. I think I should have just lures. Yeah, I can't get rid of it now. I fucking misclicked on that one. I should have thought my turn better. I think I should have that, and I was stuck on one blue mana the entire time. If I had another blue mana, what I would have done is just bounce that and counter it when it tries to play it. But I was stuck on one blue mana and I fucked up with the attacking into that. That was tilting. I could have applied a little bit more pressure. My line of play would have been a little bit, should have been different. I should have lures to hand, bounce that back, cast lures, play that again, bounce it back again. Basically, just keep looping the Aether spell bomb. But I did a goof and paid the miserable price for it. I think here I don't want to be greedy. I think I'm just gonna fable for a blue source. Even though that's really tempting, I can wait a turn for thought seize. I think. I want to get my colors online right now. Oh, rats. And the other thing was Indomitable. I messed up with that also by trying to counter it when I shouldn't have. Should have read the card a little bit better. I hate playing on Mac because I can't read the fucking full text of these cards because the game client is so garbage. And then, you know, you gotta be careful while clicking this stuff. Let's see what he's playing. I'm guessing expressive is what I'm gonna hit here. Maybe he tries to clock us, I think we'll be okay. I guess we could draw that and just hit this thing. Let's just unholy heat before it gets any bigger. And then we'll cycle. Hopefully get a land. Cool. We could try to bait him into just bolting our thing, our Death Shadow. How big is would our shadow be? I don't think I want to do that. That's seems kind of a waste. We'd be down to 12 life, so he'd be... We had 1. That doesn't seem too worth it right now. Maybe he has a Phoenix. Not too sure. That way he has a bunch of lands in hand. If he passes turn here, that'd be okay. I think he's really is digging for the Phoenix. If he gets the Phoenix off the top of the deck, I'm gonna be kind of mad. I guess another land wouldn't be too bad here. This kind of feels bad, but I'm gonna just Crocs out here. If he drops a Phoenix, we're gonna be next turn we can shock the make this a 3/3, I guess. But he did get rid of the unholy heat, so I think we should be okay to drop the we can go shadow. Let's put this to the hand. I kind of want to counter the same time. Am I in danger? I do have Dragon Chandler. He's gonna have to attack into me. And I could have double shadow up. This can threaten lethal if it goes correct. I can threaten pretty big lethal here. But if he does get a lot of Arch Phoenixes, we might be kind of fucked. But I don't know if he wants to swing in because his shadow will be a 6/6. Well, if he swings in his whole board, I think he'll die. If he doesn't kill me immediately or get rid of my Chandlers and stuff, shadows will be big enough to deal with him. And then I can also cast Froxa depending. Swings in for 9, I'll be at a 1 potentially. That would probably kill him. I think I don't want to block here, honestly. I could make a 6/6, 15. I could do 15 damage. I could do enough. I think I'm okay with taking this damage. So I can make 8, 16 plus this. That's enough damage to kill him. And I don't think there's any counter spell that you can be able to play that would win here. And I have the Croxa too, so in case something goes wrong. Alright. So that was a pretty good game there against the Phoenix deck. So if he did Phoenix and he doesn't have that 1 point of damage, these things would be ginormous. And I knew he was definitely going for the Phoenix, so by playing double Shadow, I threatened lethal the turn after if he doesn't kill me. And so, there was no point in blocking the Chandler, because then I would just have to trade with him. He'll probably kill me the turn after. So let him attack with it. This way I have a lot of power on board. I can shock myself. Worst comes to worst, I can try to Croxa. I'd be able to Croxa on top of Drown. Yeah. Most of these games, you don't really end up having time to add lures to hand, if you can kind of see. Ideally, you don't really add lures to hand. So I'm only up 1 point from where I started, so but it's fine because I'm getting a lot of practice with the deck in, which is pretty good. These hands are like the perfect types of hand. But I say that, but it's still a high probability I could still lose. Another Indomitable deck. I always start off with Inquisition in case Inquisition misses. We gotta keep shocking ourselves, essentially. Oh god, yes. All 3 of them. doesn't draw land, I think we'll be okay. I don't know how he's so good. He drew every. I mean, we'll probably have to kill one of these things. I think I do. No, I don't. I don't want to play that either. I think my black source is up. I think I'm just gonna try to counter something here. Let him play the Prismari. If I played Aether, he's just gonna snipe it with the Prismari. Let me discard a card so I can have cards to discard drown and lock here. I think this I can counter. Okay. I think I'm safe to expressive here. Chandler, Aether Spellbomb. Unholy Heat. I guess we keep it to kill the crab. I honestly don't know if Unholy Heat's gonna be good here. I don't even have the Delirium. I don't think I want Unholy Heat. The problem with playing this deck is I don't know when to add lures to hand. So I'm trying to learn that. If he calls that, that's fine. I think I should be able to kill the MRC here. He has to call artifacts. Like, that's gonna be the weird thing for him if he does do that. Not too sure what happened there. I think he messed up. Didn't target the correct cards or something. Or whiffed. I don't know. I don't know how Indomitable creativity really works. It's kind of a big mystery to me. Like, I get the idea to cheat big stuff into the board, but uh, cool. I think if you're gonna play that style of deck, I think yes, or Reanimator is a better way to go rather than trying to cheat stuff using the Mastery and Indomitable, and especially in Best of One. I think you'll have more consistent result. Because Indomitable plays like a control deck that doesn't control really well. It like it brings out the Emercy, which is nice, and some other stuff. But I think, Reanimator, you bring out freaking Jin Taxius, you bring out Boring Flex and stuff like that. I think that's just a lot better. This would be kind of a crappy keep, I won't lie. Get one land, that'd be great. I am going second. There's a possibility to draw 2 lands. I can go Island, a Lantern. We'll keep it. YOLO. I don't like mulliganing, but because my curve is pretty low. I guess if he hits the Lantern, I'm kind of fucked, but that was agreed to keep anyways. I think he has to hit the Lantern. I don't see why he would not hit the Lantern. Oh, I'm just playing. We top deck better than he does. We're up a card, is what matters here. Let's collect Thoughtseize. I'll get rid of the Pyromancer here, so he's not gonna be able to drop it on me. So I'm gonna play anything. I think I go Chandler to hand. I think, oh, maybe I should have did it the other way. I guess I don't need the Aether right now. I think I can try to outvalue him with the my get a land in there. I'll have let's go red. I guess we can keep that, right? Oh, maybe I can pitch it with the lures. It's gonna be coming up anyways. We'll add drown. Awkward because I don't have enough HP, but to play the Death Shadow. So I'll definitely add this to hand. If I was a little less than 13, I picked the Shadow, but for now, I think we can do this. He hasn't really done. I guess he's land stuck. Now he has something. I think he's gonna go Croxa, Village rights, draw two. I think I'm gonna just discard my swamp. I'm gonna go ahead and try to add lures to hand now. Then I can go ahead and play lures and shadow next turn, ideally. Either shadow or I can probably get lantern actually. I think lantern might be a better play here. And hit the Croxa. He doesn't have quite the amount of cards just yet. I don't think I want to let this resolve. I do like Colgan's right now, in case somehow he discards my lures. That. Let's get rid of Croxa. I can just rinse and repeat with this. That's fine. Perhaps that. Yeah, let that resolve. Hmm. I think I want to counter this. Because I want to apply pressure. I don't think you have a care if he casts lures. I have a counter to lures. I think it's game. I got the pull against, so I can outvalue him for sure. There's not much I can do about that. I might crack the lantern for now, just to get rid of it. I think Cassius Lurs he instantly loses here. Like in Colgan's command, exile his grave, bring my Lurs back. I might just fatal push it, then Colgan. Do I want to use this right now? Yeah. So this is where we win here. Yeah. So, um, yeah, that lantern. We kept the one land hand. We did top deck a land. So, uh, um, that was a greedy keep, but I didn't want to mulligan, seeing that we're playing against another Lurrus deck. And yeah, in at least the best of one, I think one lantern is worth running. So you know, kind of beat these decks. I mean, you won't always see it, but you know, it's cool. Um, yeah, he didn't have any way to deal with our graveyard, but we did well, I think, or with that kind of play there. Like how that played out. He kind of played into the way we wanted to play. Him casting that, doing the lantern, got rid of his grave, making his lures that much worse. Try to Stitch Supply. Stitch Supply definitely powers this deck really well. Makes it really strong and fast. That's where I'm lacking, but I don't think I want to play Stitch Supplier. Um, it's really good. Like, I just don't think I can afford it because I don't have any cards that combo with Stitch Supplier because they have Village Rights, right? And they got you know, Spark Harvest, Village Rights. They got Pyromancy. They got Claim. So they have Reanimation. They have Delirium. They have Croxa. They got, like, I think if you were to play a deck and you want to play a consistent deck, I think Rakdos is the way to go. I don't think Grixis Death Shadow is the way to go at all. Like, as you can kind of see, like, I'm playing the deck and I'm messing up a lot too. Just piling the deck, and it's difficult. But the best thing about this deck is just having interaction in form of like Drown in the Lock as removal and counterspell. That's the best part. And being able to play some artifacts, stuff like this, or Aether Bomb to kind of out weird things. Colgan's Command, still really good card, as you can kind of see. We don't really have any reanimation outside of Lurrus. So you countered, in that case, I got rid of his Lurrus, got my Lurrus back. There's not anything he'd be able to do for the rest of the game that would threaten me. He's at 9 health too, so I go Lurrus. I can then bring back another Lantern, most likely. Or I can bring back, Death Shadow, just to threaten lethal with him. Fatal push it, attack. Just keep getting value. I might not even attack with Lures. Probably no point in attacking with Lures, to be honest, unless I'm trying to kill him. Because healing up would make Death Shadow definitely a lot worse. But I might have just brought back another Dragon Chandler, so it's another flyer in the air and kill him that way. Yeah, he didn't have anything. I don't think there's anything he could have drawn that would have saved him there. That lantern really screwed him there, I think, which was cool. But yeah, maybe I'll play another game, see what time it is. I could probably play one more game, just kind of show off this deck here, if my computer decides not to completely crap out on me here. Let's do one more game. I think we'll have a pretty good sample sizes of the games we've been getting. I still don't know if I like Fable Passage because you do need the mana, the fast mana. There's times where you just can't. It just kind of sucks. That is a pretty awesome hand here. I'll keep it. Starting off pretty slow. Good news for us. Giving us information already. Get out this as soon as possible. This might be an issue. Could be really aggro here. Next I'm gonna do is a watery grave. I can shoot them next turn with Cole again. I can go watery grave, consider, and they maybe either spell bomb. Here is what I don't know. Tough choices. For sure, I want to play this shot, right? I think. Oops. Oh crap! Clicked on that by accident. It might open up any second, but we'll ignore that for now. We'll do this, right? When I do this, just so we have as many thing in the graveyard as possible. I do want to consider. I might just take the hit. Ending. Rule. That sucks. Okay. There's not much I can do about that. The main issue is dealing with Rule. I can deal with him on my turn with the bomb. I'll be taking damage here. Shit. I think I might just go ahead and try to dig. I don't know if there's an easier way out of this here. Nazis won't do stuff. Fatal push is good. We can out it next turn here, I think. Let's grab the fatal. I think we'll just take the damage here. I think I gotta go return this, kill the ghoul, force him to cast it again. That way I can cast this. I do want that in the graveyard to act as blocker. Ah, crap. Well, that's fine. I can get rid of both. Unholy heat, drown. I'm okay with playing with 5 lands here. Let's see what he does. How he responds to this. I don't think I can take another. I like to play another land, but this kind of hurt. I don't know if I'm gonna shock myself. Let's try to get a Fabled Passage or something, another form of removal. That might be a mistake. Let's press to find something here. Not quite what I want. I'm gonna add this to hand. Put Croxa back. Exile the Foothill. Play this. Spin a black. Cycle this just to draw. Or actually, I guess we can cast it, huh? Oh, I actually have to cast it. That's fine, I guess. No idea what I'm doing with this. Oh shit! Why did it do that? Why did it spin the red? Oh, fuck. I fucked up. Yeah, I should have done that. I was thinking of cycling it, but I forget you can't cycle it. And yeah, shit. I think I'm dead. Don't exactly know what I was attempting to do there. Fuck. Alright. Ah, I can't believe I screwed the pooch on that one. I think I just want to kill it now. Didn't need this. Might not even survive the turn to see it. Yeah, I fucked that one up. He just had another creature with haste, yeah. Yeah, I screwed that one up. Misplayed there, misclicked. All right, because what I would have done is probably just like add a crux at the end or something, or just leave that in exile. Uh, I was trying to cycle it, that's why I added the black. But obviously you can't do the alternative thing, so I couldn't cycle it from exile because it has to be from hand. And so when I played it, I thought I was cycling it, and ended up just casting it to a land, and I forgot it's a red card. Otherwise, I would have been alive. I would have unholy heat his thing. I would have then taken less damage and continue to have some stuff to play. But I definitely screwed that one up. All right, I'm gonna say that one didn't count. I'm just gonna play one more. Oh, all right. All right. Let's keep a war hand, one land hand. YOLO. Can dig for a land. That. Passing. Not really drawing any lands. Death Shadow next turn. He is very close to getting Massacre 1, though. Might just block here, then. Oh, it was a greedy keep. It was definitely a greedy keep. I'm not too sure what I could do. I'm probably just gonna get overran. Because I could survive another turn, I guess. If it doesn't just drop the Massacre Worm. You got the last land here. Yep. If I do that, I still died to the Worm, unfortunately. Oh, that's whenever my creature dies. Oh, okay. I don't know what's the correct play here, to be honest. If I can survive any of this. I make a two blockers. I'm not at 1 HP. Yeah, I don't have lands. Oh well. That was agreed to keep. I just didn't have the lands to play with. A third land would have been helpful. However, I drew my second land a little too slow, and it was happened to be a favorable passage. Alright. Well, I guess I'm kind of back to where it started. It wasn't the worst showcase. We lost a couple of games, but we did win a couple of hard games. The mana base probably needs to be fixed. I think 19 lands is fine. I just like in that situation, Fable Passage was a little slow and kind of sucked. A couple of games I misplayed, misclicked there, but I think overall the deck has potential to be pretty good. I don't know how I would replace with these. Maybe check lands. I'm thinking. Maybe play less Fable. Get down this to two, maybe. Don't think it's really that necessary. And it kind of sucks to draw into it, especially since the curve on this deck is just so low, anyways. Honestly, I could probably cut this down and play a couple check lands, and I think it'd be fine. Just do like 1 1 1 1 and like two check lands of some kind, like a drown and maybe a another thing. Because these lands kind of suck too. They don't give you the colors you really need. You don't need the blue and the red. So yeah, I might fix the lands right here. Fable. I mean, we still get land in our graveyard based off of the Chandler, so I don't. And we don't really get to cast Croxa all the time. It's just an optional card. So I might do this. Just cut it down even further. And I think I want to add some check lands to the deck. Because I want more colors for sure. Definitely blue. Definitely black. Definitely red too for sure. So I think I'll do a Drowned Catacombs and maybe Dragon Sun. Something like this. That way, we can get colors so we don't get color screwed because we're playing so very little lands anyways. And they're a little bit quicker than Fable Passages. Fable Passage just sometimes too slow for the deck, but I mean it's great that it serves as food for Proxa. Serve as a way to proc the fatal pushes. But I guess we have Aether Spellbomb and Lantern to proc fatal pushes, so it's not too important there. And it also serves as another way to get Delirium a little bit quicker, but it just sucks. It's just kind of too slow at 3, I think. And the fact that these just give you one each. I think I still like playing one of each just because sometimes there's players that play Field of Runes, they play Assassin's Trophy, so I still like having basics in the deck. Um, I think just one of each basic is fine here. I think this will be our new mana base here to smooth out the mana a little bit better and to give us the colors we need a little bit better. Because we don't really need. We do want black for sure. These give us the colors we need. Because I think mostly check the colors in the deck here. Yeah, no matter what, we want our lands to give us black for sure. And then the other two options are just red or blue. I think one of each is fine. I don't think it matters too much. Alright. Yeah, we'll try out this mana base. That way we can hopefully see the colors we need a little bit better. And be even quicker. Because that's what I missed about Modern is having fetch lands. This deck can be really quick, and fetch lands definitely speed up the deck a lot better. But I think overall, I think this is fine. What I've been liking has been liking Unholy Heat. So, Unholy Heat it's been working pretty well. Maybe bump it up to 4. I don't know. Most modern deck only play 1 Fatal Push. They play like 4 Unholy. So that could be something we could try. Just do 1 Fatal and 4 Unholy. Most modern decks only play 1 Colligan's Colligan Command, where we're playing way more than that. The only thing I don't like about Unholy is it's kind of counterintuitive with the Croxa, but it's also very good at basically hitting all stuff here. Yeah, let me think here. Because Unholy can be turned off if they're playing Graveyard 8. But we're making this deck more or less best of 1. Oh. I guess it also hits planeswalkers, but we haven't really seen any planeswalker that we need to really answer. Let's see the distribution right now. Yeah, I don't know. Because I do like Fatal in the event that we don't get Delirium up. It's still somewhat of a good removal card, and it's cheap. I think I'll keep it like this. I think I just need to fix the mana base, and I think we'll be good with that. Yeah, by adding this one of these check lands, I think our mana base might smooth itself out a little bit better. Uh, that way we'll have like the turn 2 untapped land, turn 3 untapped land to play out our cards. If we do see the passage, cool. If we don't, it's whatever's. Alright, yeah, let's try this. Alright, well, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoy some gameplay of the deck and kind of see, you know, how to play the deck. Even though I definitely messed up quite a bit, so I'm definitely not the best player when it comes to um, Shadow. But yeah, I want to try to learn how to play it. So yeah, that's all I got. That's all. See you guys next time.